We are live. Welcome, everybody. The best betting show ever. I'm Lawrence Presman. The Stanley Cup Finals start tonight. I was just on Puck Time giving my thoughts out. I've told everybody Vegas in 6 plus 250. Maybe we'll talk about it in a little bit. Art DiCesare joining us from the Westgate. Joe Raineri from a tanning salon. Let's get to it. Art, how did the books do last night?
It was an okay night. A small winning night, nothing crazy. Obviously we're waiting for these finals to rev up. Obviously NHL tonight, NBA tomorrow. You're really just booking a little bit of tennis that's left, a little bit of baseball, and then a little bit of WNBA. So not much of a big night either way.
Who's the big tennis push for there, Art? Since nobody knows anybody.
Well, it looks like for us, if Sabalenka wins, and she's really the only name anyone knows. I'm just saying. Well, I mean, this has been a tournament of upsets. Yep. So if Sabalenka wins, it will be really good for us. And we got to a point in the men's future pool where nobody really bet. Like it just felt like everybody saw Sinner, open or close entering the tournament as a $4 favorite. And people were just like, wow, there's no reason to make any bets here. So we actually are in a pretty good position. I mean, Zverev, you would think, would be the guy who would win. But, like I said, with a tournament of upsets, you just never know.
I'm going to be cheering for Felix as he is, a guy that I've watched grow up since, he was a kid being a Canadian player. I gave out Kobali yesterday. There has been a move on that. He's now plus 750. But I got to tell you, I mean, you kind of want Zverev to win if you watch tennis. This is a guy that's really had a rough go at it. He's just can't seem to get over the hump, and there's clear sailing for him. It's going to be a Zverev, Felix, or Flavio finals, in my opinion. And it's going to be tough for me to cheer for anybody but Felix. Plus 600 to win it all. We spoke about it in the predictive markets yesterday. I think you guys are good to take both Flavio and Felix, given that they're both such heavy dogs. One of those two make it to the semifinals, and I think they'll have an easier way through because the guys Berrettini and Mensick and whatnot are just a class below them. Art, hockey tonight, brother. Can you tell us what kind of bets you're taking series-wise, maybe Conn Smythe, and for tonight's game?
Sure, absolutely. So game one now, we're dealing a 10-cent line. So, we opened Hurricanes minus 145. That's going to be a plus 135 take back on the night. So you're going to see pretty good two-way action, usually when you're dealing the lowest favorite and the highest dog. We're now up to 150 on the Canadians, plus 140 on the night. So a little bit of Canadian or a little bit of Canes money. But once again, with all the nights locals, we'll see plenty of nights money. Total 5.5 over minus 120. Really haven't seen anything for us budge on that. Series price, also dealing a 10-cent series price. So we're dealing minus 140, plus 130 on the other side. We've actually seen more Canes money than we've seen Knights money. The guys who usually come in and bet big on the series price, in NBA and NHL and all the other things they do that way, have come in and taken the Canes and laid the price with them. The only liability we have in the Conn Smythe would be on Carter Hart.
But that's who I'm going for, baby.
But here's the thing, Prez, and we talked about this, and I don't know if you feel this way. With all his... whether, you believe him or not, or he was, whatever. He has transgressions in the past. They're not going to vote for him. They're just not.
I mean, listen, I will say this, and in speaking with guys like Matthew Barnaby and Shane Corson and Jeremy Roenick and all of that, and I'm not speaking on their behalf. I'm just telling you that Carter Hart's transgressions are no different to anyone else's in the leagues.
Sure.
With that said, he did get caught, but ultimately they found out that he did nothing. And I would think that the NHL owes him, 3 years at least at $10 million a year. That's $30 million. I think they could give him the Conn Smythe as a, we've screwed your entire life up for no reason
consolation
whatsoever.
Prize.
There's a consolation prize. So that could work both ways. But I do get what you're saying, Art. And I do
Yeah.
feel like they want to give it to Marner. I feel like there's,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
but yeah, listen, it'll be, if Carolina wins, it'll be interesting who they get, because that team is just so well balanced. I mean, you give it to Taylor
Yeah.
Hall. He is, Taylor Hall or Stan Coven with his incredible start. You give it to Frederick Anderson, who's got
You
the
get it,
top
Freddie. Yeah.
goals against in the league. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. Joe?
I mean, listen, get it underway. That's the bottom line. It can only be one of a handful of people in the Conn Smythe anyway, I think. So
Yeah.
it's one.
Let's
Pick
get
your
going.
poison. Pick your poison. Drop the puck.
Joe, you were betting over 1.5 in every game Montreal was involved in. That's now shelved.
That was a Montreal thing. I don't think that had anything to do with Carolina. That was all.
Except they were the Montreal ones that kept getting the 2 goals.
Exactly. I don't think they'll have the same level of success early scoring that Vegas is. That Montreal did.
Baseball, Art, any early golf stuff? Anything we need to know about?
I can give you 2 baseball sharp plays that came in overnight and in the morning. Red Sox and Phillies. Sharps are on them.
Okay.
No. Let's not bury the lead here, Art. How much Ram and Brown money have you seen now overnight? Yeah.
Not Brown money.
No, Brown money.
Oh,
Brown, yeah.
you could take Browns under wins.
Over 6.5 wins.
Oh, you mean fading Browns.
Yeah.
Fading the Browns. So what have you seen overnight?
I mean, obviously, the Rams were at the top of the charts anyway as, anyone's favorite or co-favorite. So now they're the clear favorite, but you're right. I think the other fun angle is, like you said, Joe, now you see the people who are going to heavily bet the Browns under. So you'll see that. It's hard to bet them no playoffs because it was such a wacky number anyway. Some week 1 stuff has been adjusted. I think the Browns went from they were 7-point dogs in week 1. Now they're 8-point dogs. Rams went from 2.5 to 3.5 in week 1. So yeah, there have been clear adjustments, no doubt.
Rams, last I looked, which was last night, were they plus 550 to win, with the next best team close to double that. Have we seen a line like that in the last little while where it was so heavily favored towards one team? And can I bet the field?
I would think one of those Chiefs teams were that high,
right?
In these recent times. No, I mean, can you bet the field? There are probably some spots that might offer that, or midway through the season. Obviously, the thing to do would be to bet the no. I mean,
the no.
That's really the other way you would have to go. But yeah, I mean, that's not something we ever offer. So
what about the Patriots?
Yeah, I mean, New England was definitely adjusted. Their week 1 was heavily adjusted. Yeah, I mean, that was they're playing Seattle. I think that was 5.5, and I want to say it's 4.5 now. I mean, AJ Brown's a nice player, but that feels like a big adjustment.
Huge.
I mean, I like AJ Brown, and I like the Patriots. I think they're a good team, but I mean, yeah, Prez, even to get back to your Super Bowl stuff here, we're Rams 5-1 now. Everyone else is obviously double digits. So the lowest teams you're going to find are the Bills and the Seahawks at 10-1, the Ravens at 10-1, and everyone else is 16, 18, everything. So yeah, I mean, the Rams are a good size favorite going into this year, but also too, listen, you got to remember, and he had a great year. I mean, Stafford's still an old guy. It could turn quickly on Stafford. I mean, one little thing happens to him and he can miss a significant amount of time. So you always got to worry about that with the Rams.
Guys, you're watching the best betting show ever. Hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. Make sure to comment. Close to 100 comments yesterday. So many of them were great. Really appreciate it. Let's move to our parlay of the day. I will start, and I'm going to go with the under in the Toronto Blue Jay game. Gausman on the mound against Elder. 7.5. We're playing the under. Art?
I just want to make a mention that we did hit our parlay of the day on Friday, which I was a part of.
Yes, we did. We spoke about it yesterday.
Yes.
I know I hit my leg of the parlay yesterday. I don't know.
Well, I know we've just been getting killed in the comments. So, listen, we hit on Friday. Everyone
That's all
relax.
matters. Yep.
Exactly. I'm going to take the Nationals short home favorite today. I know they're not great at home, but I think they bounce back today against the Marlins.
Joe?
They sucked last night.
Yep.
Let's go. I don't understand the total here. I'm gonna go with the over in the Angels and Colorado game at 8.5 because none of that makes any sense with those two gas cans on the mound right now.
Joe, how about the Angels? Despite Soriano yesterday being a $2 favorite, they should never be a $2 favorite.
Yeah, but the problem is you had to give way to the bullpen, and they gave up 900 runs.
I know.
I think you could think you could just say,
unreal.
What about the Angels, and be done with that. You fill in the blank as far as I'm concerned.
True.
I mean, what is this team like based out of Wichita State? Like, what the hell is going on there?
Awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Are they in a small market? I'm so lost anyway.
Yeah.
So true.
Well, I mean, look, it's not like the New York Rangers have done much better, or the Mets, or the Mets have
the Rangers
historically.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Art, your New York Knicks. We didn't speak about them at all. Are you wearing your fan hat and cheering them on?
No, and obviously, listen, game 1 is tomorrow, so we'll dive way heavier into all the stuff tomorrow. But the one big thing for us is we're rooting for the Knicks because we get destroyed on the Spurs, like most sports books in the future. So we'll be rooting for the Knicks. That's all I can say. But like I said, I got plenty of stuff on the NBA Finals tomorrow. Plenty of stuff on, exact series prices, all the stuff that's been moving. So we'll definitely get a good dive in on that tomorrow.
Perfect. Art DiCesare, everyone. Guys, it's $5 Tuesday. Joe and I are about to discuss it. We're going to take care of some business, hit the predictive markets. Are you staying for the predictive markets, Joe? Oh, you can. Yeah. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
I'm in.
Joe, let's do some business first. And then it's $5 Tuesday. We're going to do business. Then we'll get into the predictive markets. And guys, I got a really big play up tonight. It's a 4% play in the NHL game. And honestly, I'm just destroying the books in NHL. I am 22-8 in the NHL playoffs. But I do want to tell you guys all, most importantly, we have a promo up for the next 10 hours. It goes till midnight. So till midnight tonight, you can get my NBA and NHL finals for only $99. I am 48-26 in both of these sports combined. I am up over 50 units of profit. That's 48-26. If you buy my NHL for $99, you get my NBA for free. So guys, that's the package. Let's do it. Let's all win together. If you only want to spend $5, great. Head over to WagerTalk. Grab my 4% in hockey tonight. I also have one baseball play. I won my baseball play again last night. I am now going for 9 in a row. That is correct. I'm on an 8-0 baseball run, and I got a baseball play up tonight for only $5. Joe, what do you got going?
Baseball, but I'll likely get the NBA play up a little bit later too, as well. That you can,
me as
well, grab for $5, and then we'll be good to go. As we still got a little bit of time there with the NBA, but the NHL that drops tonight. But loaded slate tonight in Major League Baseball, and we got 2 plays, in fact, up and ready to go at WagerTalk.com for $5 on Customer Appreciation Day.
So yesterday I told you guys Bitcoin was going to plummet. Take the under. I was totally correct.
Oh, man.
But I mistimed the entire thing, Joe. Woo! Because it actually went up for 5 p.m. Eastern. So I lost my bet. Only then to plummet. We are down 4,000 in the last 24 hours. It is at 67.4. I think we're going to see a small uptick, but I'm not bullish on Bitcoin at this particular moment. Where are the charts? I think we will get
67. Wow,
67,500 to the yes. Give me that, and let's just move on because I don't want to talk about Bitcoin. I'm depressed.
Oh no! All right, Art. Well, then let's talk about something that you shouldn't be depressed about here, Art, because the National League Cy Young Award winner market, which is always a fave, because the more I watch Miz throw, the more I like him at this price here. But it's kind of hard to discount what Sanchez has done for the Phillies here. But the one thing we know for sure is Paul Skeens should not be talked about in the same category as these guys. So, I mean, Miz and the Brewers, Sanchez, you can't forget about, although I don't know, are they going to, it feels like they want to give Ohtani an award at some point for pitching, right? And this would be the year to do it because the hitting, still plenty of time left here, Art, but the pitching is what has stood out so far this year with him.
You know, it's funny. We were talking about this the other day in the wrist room, and we said Skeens is clearly the third choice. You could argue he's the fourth choice if you want to make the argument with Ohtani. And I'm with you, Joe. I think they do want to give Ohtani the award, but this is like the worst year for him to be having this type of performance.
Right.
Because Sanchez and Mizorowski have been, their main numbers were insane.
Crazy.
I mean, they both put up Mays that you were like, what? Like, if they continue or one of them continues on that ride, it feels like it's going to be hard for Ohtani to get there. But I think that's the big story is how Skeens, who has clearly been the favorite, and even, you know, probably coming into May, he was the favorite. And then he's totally dipped now to the third or fourth choice. So I think you have to fade Skeens and look for the other guys.
I agree 100%. And I think the same thing in the American League, too. I don't know how you don't. He's pitching tonight, Schlittler. I don't know who else in the American League is going to catch him if he keeps it this path. I don't. Rasmussen's taking a step back, right? We've seen some issues from some of the guys from Tampa. The American League, I think, is clear with him at the top. But the National League, to me, I think we can lock in on a couple of those guys right now, and we don't even have to hold on to them very long because I don't see anybody else coming up and catching either Miz or Sanchez, for that matter, with how good they've been.
No, totally agree. And yeah, to get to the American League real quick, obviously Schlittler was a 250 favorite tonight, you know, in Cleveland, which is
Tells
nuts.
you everything.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, Soriano gave you a push early in the year, but I don't know if he's got the staying power. All the Tampa Bay guys, who knows? The kid from the White Sox, Martin, he's been pretty good, but he's not getting it over a Yankee. It's just, you know, I mean, and Schlittler's been incredible. It's not like Schlittler hasn't performed. He's been the best pitcher in the American League.
Yep. Like both those markets, Prez.
Yep.
Well, okay. Anything else predictive-wise?
Good to go, Prez.
Art DiCesare, we'll see you tomorrow, my brother. Thanks for doing this.
See you boys tomorrow.
Boom. There you go.
Let's get to your MLB rundown.
All right. Well, we got a pretty stacked slate here today there, Prez, and should be a lot of fun there. Art talked about, of course, the Yankees are going to be home taking on the Guardians, and yeah, there could be a few runs scored. 7.5 in this one here. Nobody has hit lefties better than the Yankees have. Well, a couple of teams, but they reside in the National League. Absolutely like the Yankees team total up and over in this one as well. The Red Sox and the O's going at it kind of early, taking the mound for the Red Sox. They are awful. The O's are crushing it, but just not against lefties, and feels like the Red Sox can get that one done. Disgusted with the Nats and the Marlins, though the total is 9. And you're going to be able, you got an opener for the Marlins, and then that bullpen, Miles Mikolas going for it feels and smells like runs there. Mats and Flaherty, two teams that scored 1 million runs yesterday, the Tigers and the Rays. They'll probably score 1 million more here today. Phillies and Nola, neither of these two teams can hit water if they fell out of the boat lately, but we did watch this game a week ago. Nola won that game. I think the Phillies win it again as long as they're home there. We saw the Brewers destroy the Giants. It's always fun when an outfielder has to come in and pitch the last couple of innings. That's what the Giants did last night. And it's not going to get any better here tonight. Harrison going for the Brewers there. Rangers get it done over the Cardinals. Eovaldi versus May. I like the Rangers to get it done again. I like the Pirates over the Astros, the Cubs over the Athletics. I do think the over in the Rockies Angels, not to mention the Diamondbacks and Dodgers. Eric Lauer going for the Dodgers. If it's one thing that Arizona has done really well over the last couple of weeks, It's destroyed left-handed pitching. Diamondbacks in the first 5 there. I don't know who the hell is pitching, by the way, for the Mets. Oh, Tong has just been announced. I'll still take the Mariners there, Prez, in that one.
There we go, Joe. What's up with this NBA rundown? We're gonna do this thing?
No. Just want to let folks know that time is running out here, 24 hours away. So if you want to jump in on those New York Knicks, certainly in the predictive markets opportunity, 37 cents right now is where it is at. I'm just going to say, if they happen to do, I don't know, the unthinkable, Prez, and win game 1, you ain't getting them in 37 cents again. So I think the opportunity, it's running out. We'll talk more about it tomorrow, but there is opportunity still in some of these predictive markets for the New York Knicks, as well as the Spurs. If you love the Spurs, there's a couple opportunities in that one too as well that we'll dive into tomorrow.
Joe, a mailbag section real quick. Florida Sports Picks wrote, Prez listens to the Guess Who on his A-track player.
Ooh.
What is he trying to say there? Is he calling me old, calling my music taste old, calling the Guess Who old? All of the above? What's the angle? What's the narrative here?
I think all the above covered that, Prez. Just the fact that he even ripped out A-track is impressive. Are they even still around? Can you even get those anymore? I don't even know.
Like, I'm 57 years old. I never had an 8-track machine in my life.
They used to be in cars. That's all I remember growing up.
I never had one in my car. I got my
remember
first
that.
when I was 16, so that would have been 41 years ago.
Unreal.
I did not. I wonder how old 8-tracks are, because it missed my generation. By my generation, we were cassette tapes. So,
Yeah.
Richie Action likes the song "Undone" by the Guess Who, and I agree.
Good
Do. BP in the house, Garrick Williams, lots of love, my friend. D Money, I went to a gentleman's club and a dancer tripped and fell on our table. I screamed, it's raining Kikuchi.
Like that.
Did that really happen, D Money?
D Money.
No way, that's incredible. Knicks have a disadvantage in not playing for so long, slow start. We did see that in the first game against Cleveland, Joe. So that is a good point. That is a good point by Jude. But they were able to turn it around and get going in the fourth quarter. I don't know, dude. I think rest is a big deal. I'd rather have rest. Give me as much rest as I can. That's my attitude.
Yep.
And then 805 Noodles, the Western Desert lives and breathes at 40 degrees. Put that in your Kikuchi and smoke it. I don't even know what he's saying.
I don't know. He said Kikuchi, so that's all.
And then a bunch of people pointed out that my drug measurements were incorrect. It's been a while, okay? It's legal now. I don't need to go and buy kilos of weed anymore, okay?
Yeah, I sold my scale a long time ago. Yep.
Nicholas Woods, I thought this was a gambling show, not recreating your concert tours. What does that even mean? Smith writes, this show went off the rails really quick. That it did. But not today's show. Today's show stayed on the rails.
Yes.
And then Justin writes, Monday's show stinks without Art. That's pretty serious words right there, huh?
Yeah, well, but he had him today, so let's see what he writes today.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's call it a show, bro. Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Boom.
We'll see you all tomorrow.